Hi friends, in this video, we will learn how to add iteration in the flow of a program. Iteration statements, also known as looping statements, allow repeated execution of a code block. For example, let us consider a program comprising three blocks 1, 2, and 3. An iteration statement allows you to repeat execution of a code block. In this case, block 2 is repeatedly executed for a fixed number of times. Python provides for and while statements to perform iteration. In Python, the for statement is used for iterating over the items of a sequence such as a list, string, tuple, or a range. It can also be used to iterate over other iterables like set and dict. The body of the for statement is executed repeatedly for a fixed number of times as long as there is an item in the given sequence, after which the flow of execution exits the loop. Let us go through the iterative flow process of a for statement with the help of a flowchart. After the program starts, for a given sequence, we ask the question, is there any remaining item in that sequence? If the answer is yes, then we select the item and proceed with the execution of the body of the for statement. After executing the code block, now we again ask the question, is there any other item in the sequence? In case the answer is yes, then the process is repeated as long as there is no remaining item in the sequence, post which the flow exits the iteration. If there is any code block after the for statement, it is executed and finally the code execution stops. Let us go through some code examples to demonstrate how for statement can be used to iterate over various sequences. We all know that a string is a sequence of characters. For statement can be used to iterate over this sequence one character at a time. For example, let us assign a string cat to variable s. Now, for char in s, iterates over each character of s, starting with the character at index 0. For each iteration, we will print the accessed character stored in char. On executing the script, we obtain the first character C as the output, followed by A and finally character T. Let us take another example where for statement is used on a list. Assign a list containing items string cat int 1 and float 3.0 to variable L. Now, for item in L, iterates over each item of L starting with the item at index 0. Inside the for loop, we will print the accessed item in each iteration. On executing the script, we obtain the first item, string cat, as the output, followed by 1 and finally 3.0. At times, we may not have a sequence available to iterate on, but we might want to generate one. The range function comes to our rescue and it is widely used in a for statement to control the number of iterations and provide an index value for each iteration. When it is provided an integer argument stop, it generates a sequence of numbers starting with 0, incrementing by 1 after each iteration until the last number of the sequence, whose value is stop minus 1. For example, for index in range 3, iterates over each number generated by the range function starting with the number 0. The index is assigned the value 0, which is output using the print function. The next number in the sequence generated is 1, which is assigned to index, and it is output. Now, number 2 is generated, which is the last number in the sequence that is less than 3. It is also assigned to the variable index and is output. If the user wants to modify the starting value of the sequence, the range function also accepts a start argument. Now, the new sequence generated starts at the start value, increments by 1 after each iteration until the last number whose value is stop minus 1. For example, for index in range 2, 5, iterates over each number generated by the range function starting with the number 2. The index is assigned the value 2, which is output using the print function. The next number in the sequence generated is 3, which is assigned to the index and it is output. Now, the number 4 is generated, which is the last number in the sequence that is less than 5. It is also assigned to the variable index and is output. The third argument step, when provided, allows you to modify the increment value, which is by default 1. Now, the new sequence generated starts at start value and increments by the provided step value after each iteration until the last value of the sequence is obtained, which is less than the value of the stop argument. For example, for index in range 2, 10, 3, iterates over each number generated by the range function starting with the number 2 and incrementing by 3. The index is assigned the value 2, which is output using the print function. The next number in the sequence generated is 2 plus 3, that is 5, which is assigned to the index and it is output. Now, the next number 5 plus 3, that is 8, is generated, which is the last number in the sequence that is less than 10, as the next increment would have been the number 11. It is also assigned to the variable index and it is output. Moving on to the next type of iteration statement, the while statement repeatedly executes a code block as long as the test expression evaluates to true. There is an update statement at the end of the body of the while statement which updates the value of the variable being used in the test expression so as to ensure that the loop does not execute infinitely. Let us go through the iterative flow process of a while statement with the help of a flowchart. The flow begins when the program is started or executed. The initialization of variables is performed, followed by the evaluation of the test expression. If the result is true, the body of the while statement is executed. Towards the end of the body, the value of the variables present in the test expression are updated, and the flow once again goes back to the test expression. The process is repeated as long as the test expression evaluates to true, post which the flow exits the iteration. If there is any code block after the while statement, it is executed, and finally the code execution stops. Let us take an example. Initialize variable I as 2. Now, begin a while statement with the test expression as I less than 5. So the code blocks executes again and again as long as the value of I is less than 5. In the body of the while statement, print the value of I and increment the value of I by 1. Now, execute the code. When the test expression is encountered for the first time, it results in true, so the value 2 is output. The value of I is updated to 3, post which the test expression is re-evaluated. The result is true, so the value 3 is output. the value of I is updated to 4 and the test expression is again re-evaluated. As 4 is less than 5, the value 4 is output. The value of I is updated to 5 and the test expression is again re-evaluated. As 5 is not less than 5, the code execution stops. While statements can also be used to iterate over the index of sequences or iterables like list, string, tuple, and others. Let us take an example. Initialize variable s as string cat. Now, initialize variable I as 0. Now, begin a while statement with the test expression as I less than len of s, where len is the built-in length function, which returns the length of the string. In the body of the while statement, the character at index I is output. The value of I is incremented by 1. Now, go ahead and execute the code. When the test expression is encountered for the first time, it results into true as I is 0 and it is less than 3. The character at index 0, that is C, is output. The value of I is updated to 1, post which the test expression is re-evaluated. As 1 is less than 3, the character at index 1, that is A, is output. The value of I is updated to 2, post which the test expression is re-evaluated. As 2 is less than 3, the character at index 2, that is T, is output. The value of I is incremented by 1. As 3 less than 3 results in false, the code execution stops.